Welcome back to another pick and roll buzzer beater. Today we're doing an NBA Pick'em challenge.
All right, let's get right into this thing. We don't have a lot of time.
We don't. Okay, I mean, obviously, 1-8 seed in the West, Thunder versus Grizzlies. The Thunder are a buzzsaw, as you've said. I think no discussion, Thunder.
Absolutely no discussion. The Grizzlies just wrapped up their game, and they look good, but I don't see them going.
Yeah, maybe Thunder in 5. Let's go. I think 5.
I like 5.
Yeah.
Let's go 5.
All right.
This is a tough one.
It is. I'll just say Nuggets and 7's like my inkling. I go from there.
Think we should split the difference and go Nuggets in 6 because I think the Nuggets could win in 5 games.
I think that's possible, but I think the Clippers could also maybe pull that one out. It's a tough series.
All right. Well, there's a lot of meat on the bone with this one.
Yep.
Lakers Timberwolves. This one's a tough one to pick.
It is, yeah. I think the Timberwolves will have a lot of room to really slow down the Lakers, but I think the amount of offensive ability on the Lakers and the consistency at which they can throw it out will really give the Timberwolves a tough time. And I think that Luka will find Rudy on some islands like he did last year.
Yeah, no, I think this will be a really interesting matchup. Both these teams are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lakers.
Yeah, I would personally take the Lakers, but I could see this going to 7 games. What do you think?
I could see it going to 7, but I'm feeling like Lakers in 5, probably because I've been hearing it so much. So I'm just thinking Lakers in 6, maybe.
You know, I'm
okay with 7.
Let's go 6. Let's go 6 because you could talk me into 5, but
yeah,
we'll move on. This is the
really
popular
series.
upset. 68% of fans are picking the Warriors.
Yeah, where are you at with this one?
Now, I'm really high on the Warriors as we discussed. But I'm starting to see this as like a little bit of a trap pick to pick the Warriors here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I should let that influence my pick, but
personally, I'm going experience. I think that the Rockets are here a little early and that we've seen plenty of 2 seeds fall. In fact, I think we've seen like the 2 or 3 seed Grizzlies fall to the Warriors more than once. Actually, I think Warriors once and Lakers once in the last few years. So like the high seed can certainly fall. Regular season wins doesn't always mean a lot in comparison to people like Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. So I'm leading.
You got to consider this though. Jalen Green posted on an Instagram story. He's like, "My girl broke up with me.
Ooh,
I'm going crazy." So he's Jalen Green could go crazy.
But Jalen Green might be the kind of guy who says that and then scores like 2 points and they're both free throws.
Dude, imagine the Draymond shit talk's gonna be crazy.
That's true. He's gonna
Warriors in 6.
Yeah, sure. Warriors in 5 for real.
Warriors in 5, honestly.
It's fine. It's fine. Oopsie. Okay, Cavaliers in 4.
Yep.
I mean the Heat.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Well,
this is tough. This is my toughest.
The toughest one. I think this is the best first round matchup.
Yeah,
pretty
I'm super
easily.
excited for this one.
I know I was super huge on the Bucks, but like, man, the Pacers have been playing some ball.
Yeah, I think that
Halliburton.
This is my current logic and the reason I'm currently picking the Bucks in this series. I think that Giannis is going to be on a revenge tour from last year. I think he hates the Pacers, and I think that especially after losing to them last year, that he's going to be more motivated and putting more into this season or into this matchup.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
And then
fair.
I think when Dame comes back, if he does come back when they're saying he's going to come back, and if he's able to at least put up like some in the teens numbers and play like decent ball and get some assists, like I think that makes the Bucks a lot scarier. So I'm leaning Bucks a tiny bit, but
I think you've sold me.
Yeah.
Bucks in 7.
Yeah, 7 either way. Yeah, it's crazy.
Knicks Pistons.
My answer for this rhymes.
Knicks in 6,
Knicks in 6, yeah.
All right. Oh, so you're not rocking. Yeah, I could see the Pistons pulling off 1 or 2 wins.
Yeah,
I could see the Pistons pulling off the upset here.
Yeah, maybe,
but
I don't think so.
I think I agree with you. Knicks in 6. Not a lot to say about this one either. Celtics Magic.
Yeah.
1% of fans believe in the Magic. Those are all the Magic fans out there.
I think the real question is it a sweep or is it in 5?
Celtics, it's 5.
Yeah.
Every single time they lose game 2 at home.
That's true. It's going to happen.
All right.
Into the
Thunder
semifinals.
Nuggets. Oh, my.
Tough.
That is it. The MVPs matching up. Man, this would be a great series.
I want that so bad.
Man, the Nuggets have to go through a gauntlet to get to the finals.
Yeah, it's the Thunder. I don't think the Nuggets make it through the series just without a coach against a great coach.
Yep.
Yeah,
I honestly would say Thunder in 5. 5?
I think 5. I think the Nuggets can pick a game off. I just don't think we're going to pick more than one off.
Yeah, no, it's just not going to happen.
I so badly want this
Absolute
series.
cinema.
The
Let's
Lakers
go.
Warriors series is what
Everybody wants it. Everyone wants to see it.
And it's
Here's what they won't tell you, though.
Hard pick.
The Warriors are going to win.
Yeah.
The Warriors are going to win
Yeah.
this one.
I can see that. I mean, I think that the Warriors are better positioned to steal this series.
I think they're going to be coming off a ton more rest than the Lakers.
Yeah.
They're going to be rested up, and playoff Jimmy will be in full effect. Steph will have his games. Kuminga won't play.
I mean, the Rockets and the Wolves are both pretty scary defensive teams, so I think they might both be tired coming into the series.
Yeah, but I mean, the Warriors could win in 4 or 5, and the Lakers could go to 7. That's what I think is going to happen. But
both could go to 7 in the first.
At the end of the day, how many games do you think the Warriors are going to win in?
6 or 7.
Go 6.
And ultimately, I think I'm picking Lakers in 6. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Disagreement there. Maybe we should say Warriors in 7 then.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. That's just where my mojo's currently moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cavaliers, Bucks.
I mean Cavaliers, I think, but I think
the Bucks could pull off the upset here.
I think so, but I think
especially if Dame's in full form.
I think chalk is going to rule the East.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Cavs in 6 sounds pretty fine to me.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, I think it's going to have some tension. That's reasonable.
It'll be an interesting playoff series. Now, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
But the Celtics will beat the Knicks.
I think the Celtics certainly come out of this series, and I think they come out of it pretty quickly. I don't think it's 7 games.
I think it's the Celtics in 5, and they'll lose game 2 at home.
Yeah.
You think?
I think that's reasonable.
Let's go with it. All right, our conference finals.
Yeah.
There might be a little extra to say here. Oh, the Thunder Warriors. It's got to be the Thunder, right? But you want to pick the Warriors.
Yeah.
Even we weren't sure because if the Lakers are here, I think it's got to be the Thunder, though.
I think it's the Thunder either way, but I think our team's going to pick a game out. Like, I just don't think the Thunder are like currently in a sweeping form necessarily, although they could be. They have an insane lineup, so
I think we could see this one go to 6 or 5 games.
Yeah, like 5.
Okay, Thunder.
I think there's a chance that if
who do you think our Western Conference conference Finals MVP is?
It's Shea.
It's Shea.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no one else that comes close. This will actually be a discussion here.
Yep.
Can the Cavaliers do it?
I like the Cavaliers, but I think I'm also biased just because I don't want to. I want to see more.
You don't want to see the Celtics?
Yeah, I want to see parity in the league, I guess. You know?
I think we're going a little too chalk if we put both the 1 seeds in.
I think so too, but I like the Cavs better personally.
I like the Cavs. Personally, I could see them losing to the Bucks, though.
Yeah,
facing the Celtics, too.
That's fair.
Could be tough, though. The Cavaliers proved to not really be fraudulent. They did brush up with the Celtics pretty good this year. So, Cavs in 6 or 7?
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with that, if you think the Celtics are 6 or 7, I mean, I hear the argument.
I think the Cavs could win in 7.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
It's going to be slaughter. And then I think that the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, I mean, like, the obvious answer is probably going to be Spida. But
makes a lot of sense, but I think
if it's
there's
anyone else
3
on that
options.
team, I think it's going to be Mobley.
Mobley, could be Darius Garland, maybe if he really goes crazy.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I think I could
Mobley's
see like a
good pick.
Mobley win from like a defensive perspective, or maybe even not like the defensive perspective per se, but like the two-way perspective of like if he's getting some good buckets,
he'd have to have a great defensive series and a pretty average
good perimeter
series.
defense against Brown and Tatum.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's dive into these finals. This would be
what a chalk
not
bracket.
the most interesting matchup ever. You know, you'd like to see maybe Lakers Cavaliers as a matchup or Thunder Celtics.
More interesting storyline. Yeah. I mean, if we're truly on a script, this isn't going to happen. Too small market teams, the 1 seeds, too predictable, too boring.
I think that the Cavs cannot hang with the Thunder, though.
No,
the Thunder would beat them in 5 or 6, in my opinion, SGA would be your finals MVP pretty easily.
Yeah.
I just don't see anyone coming close to his productivity. If the Cavaliers did pull it out, it would be a huge team effort, and it'd be really interesting. I think there'd be some interesting games, but I think this would be pretty close to last year's finals, where by game 3, you know who's going to win the series.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but I'm also considering the other side a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, and my argument is that
Interesting.
Thunder, like the second youngest team to ever be a 1 seed, second, and to themselves.
They're the youngest team in the league right now.
Yeah.
I checked after our last video. They're the youngest team in the league.
And they're the youngest team in the league. Like, there's no reason the youngest team in the league can't win a championship. But that said, the Cavaliers have had more playoff experience overall. They both went out in similar series times last year. So the current iterations of these teams have similar experience, but the people leading these teams, that's Shea's experience in the playoffs is that one trip last year.
Just that one run.
And whereas Mitchell has had some insane games in the last
few
years.
When he was on the Jazz, he had some crazy performances. So that's a very good point. We got to make a decision really quick here.
Yeah.
What do you think? Just put it out there.
I'm leaning Cavaliers in 6.
Okay.
Or 7.
And
Cavaliers in 7.
We're going Cavaliers in 7, y'all. And for our tiebreaker, how many points will be scored in game 1? Total points. We are going to say, you know what? 278. I don't know why.
Jeez, overtime game? God.
Yeah, it's going to be 140 to 122. I don't know. We're just throwing out a number. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much. This has been the
Buzzer Beater. Let's get some comments, get some likes, subscribe if you like it. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and we are out of here.